In 2002, an incredible merger of two great philosophies transpired with the birth of La Casa dei Bambini Kyle Montessori School, the pedagogy of the Montessori method, and the human propensity of gift-giving. The Montessori method is devoted to helping each child grow toward independence by building confidence, competence, self-esteem, and respect for others. A Montessori school respects children as self-directed individuals and fosters their growth toward independence and social responsibility, while creating a joyful, diverse, and family-oriented community. Gift-giving, the other fundamental component, encourages the sharing of oneself, one's time, talent, and treasure without expecting anything in return. To give freely and intently to someone sets the example for that individual to then give to another, creating the experience of passing it on and paying it forward. La Casa emphasizes the Montessori educational belief that every child carries within them the potential of the adults that they can become. Children are encouraged to reach their full human potential so that their complete personality is developed. When you enter the school, countless activities that include world maps, building blocks, marbles, art, musical instruments, letters, numbers, and many other developmental objects will surround you. These practical life and sensorial activities teach children life skills and develop motor control, sequencing, and concentration, which all lead to independence. By using all of their senses, the children become masters of their environment. As important is the understanding of nurture and compassion. The prepared environment of a Montessori classroom gives children the opportunity to understand what other people need and how they feel through practical activities that involve caring for and helping others. Math and geography are two other important areas of emphasis within the curriculum. Unlike the traditional methods of numeric instruction, math within Montessori is emphasized in the beginning with rhymes, songs, and poems. When the children are ready to make relationships between the words and the concepts of the number, they are helped through concrete materials to gain an understanding of math symbols, quantities, sets, math functions, and more. Geography for the children is so much more than a physical understanding of their world. It is the beginning of a global awareness and connection to other cultures, languages, and spiritual beliefs. Music, costumes, crafts, dance, stories and foods, and much, much more engage the children during these unique presentations and remind them of the rich beauty of differences and similarities that are shared across cultures worldwide. In fact, diversity is one of the most priceless aspects of the school. La Casa has welcomed children with ethnicities that span Mexico, Brazil, the Philippines, Guatemala, Vietnam, Croatia, Norway, Japan, Germany, Sweden, and Spain, to name a few. The youngest children work on vocabulary enrichment and sentence development. Older children develop reading readiness skills by learning letter sounds and their shapes, which will enable them to construct words with a strong emphasis on phonics. The children then progress into writing and reading skills. Whether reading on their own or to one another, the children innately experience Maria Montessori's belief that imaginative vision is quite different from mere perception of an object, for it has no limits. Arts, crafts, music, and horticulture comprise the expression activities. The children are encouraged to create freely as art is a true expression from within. For music, the focus is on the development of a sense of melody and rhythm through the use of instruments and song. La Casa's music program is a common love of all the children. The music guide, Tonico Vanali, creates an environment for the children to compose music.
One of my favorite activities in the school is when we create music with the children. We use music to take a spin in history, geography, and many other aspects of life, and then we can create a lot of lyrics or melodies or rhythm with the children. That's the part that I like a lot. The music impacts them in movements. That's the first thing that I notice in children. Music is very connected with movements, and once they start to get into the music and start to develop that kind of a sense for the music, then we go into the creation. We start to create things, and that when the beauty of the whole thing is when we can create something together, or among themselves, or with me. We wrote a few songs together, and it's very beautiful. But the songs has to have some type of meaning for the children to relate to. Basically talking about peace, talking about cooperation, and the children love those songs, especially the ones about love. They love the songs, and I can see the influence the songs have on the children, because after we finish to sing a song, they are full of that thing, the love, the hugging, and to be nice, and it's wonderful.
Horticulture develops a commonality and responsibility to the earth.
Right here.
The philosophy of gift giving also plays an essential role within the practice of horticulture. La Casa teaches giving and receiving from the earth through composting, planting, caring, and harvesting. The children tend to the land, water it using rainwater, and harvest it, all of which will soon nourish their bodies. Our earth is a significant gift giver, and we receive all our perceptions and experiences from her. The children also learn the symbiotic relationship of giving and receiving from animals as they care for chickens and collect their eggs.
In the beginning, many of the students never have seen a real chicken in their life, so they think the chicken comes from the grocery store. So when they realize that it's not, the chickens are really alive and all that, they really, really love and care for the animals. And that's the idea behind to have chicken and birds and all that, is for them to learn how to care.
Through the 6 emphasis of curriculum, La Casa provides a unique, gift-giving, and global awareness significant enough to leave a lifelong impression. The children engage in practical life activities influenced by different parts of the world. They experience the heritage and cultures of their peers, as shared by their own families. In light of the recent tsunami and earthquakes in Japan, the children shared their incredible voices and sang to raise money for the relief efforts. The guides of the classroom are the principal caregivers and supporters of the children's environment. La Casa is blessed to have extraordinary guides that keep their imagination alive and continually shine light and excitement into the hearts of the children with a sense of grace and humility. The guides at La Casa are loved and respected as extensions of the families and are valued as more than school teachers.
Yes, she definitely feels at home here, yes. I used to have to, kind of persuade her to go to the daycare that she was at. And now when I drop her off, it's kind of adios, see you later. And it takes me coercing to get her back in the car to come home at the end of the day. She loves it here. It's definitely a second home to her.
I have to take shots every Monday, and I have juvenile arthritis, and I have to take 2 shots every Monday, one in the arm and one in the leg. The leg like burns, but we try to do our best and not cry, and Daddy tries to do our best and not make it bleed, and it bleeds sometimes.
Yeah, that was one of the, she does have juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, and I think for us, finding an environment that was going to be supportive of her, that was going to welcome her, that was going to make sure that she had the best learning environment possible, even with her limitations at the very beginning. This place, did wonders for her confidence and her flexibility to do what she wanted to do at her own pace. And as you can see, she has grown tremendously. And my wife and I believe that a big result is the environment, the nurturing environment that was created here with Chiqui and Tanico and Carlos and everybody who's been involved with the school.
This school is in the format like you're going to your grandparents' house. There's no much. It's very different than the formal education, so it feels like a home. The parents sometimes comes here, we stay in the kitchen, we drink coffee, we talk, and it's more like a home than a school.
This sentiment carries on through the families of the school. A shared vision, common values, and global perspectives bind the parents together in a genuine way.
We have several projects that we work on together. We have a garage giving that we do every year for people in the community, where all of us just bring the things that we may not be using anymore and offer them to other people. It's not a garage sale, but it's for people who may have needs to come and get things that they might use. We also do work days several times a year where all the families that will come in and help either clean a certain area or put some things up that are needed for the children. Or this last time we painted some of the tables and tires to make them a little more colorful. We also put in a rain gutter system so that the children see how you can collect and conserve the resources that we have and to be able to use them well. Tracy's learned more about recycling and composting. And so we practice those things in our family also just because of the influence here at the school.
The richness and spirit of La Casa dei Bambini Kyle Montessori School began with the loving gift from our founder, Genevieve Vaughn. Author, feminist, and gift economy theorist, Genevieve gave the community of Kyle the opportunity to come to understand the gift-giving philosophy and Montessori education by gifting the land and home that we enjoy as the school today. It is her reverence for life and human needs that inspires her work of encouraging harmonious relationships and gift-giving practices around the world. Children are not small things. They are the creators of great things, love. Maria Montessori believed this and thus created an extraordinary approach to education. Genevieve Vaughn understood the importance of giving of ourselves unconditionally so that the world will find peace. The guides at La Casa know that imagination, responsibility, and engagement will lead the children to daily discoveries of themselves and the world around them. Parents value their role within the school and know that their presence and involvement are an integral part of the children's development. Because of all this, the children know that they are surrounded by a community, local and global, that love them and want for them to become the adult, the citizen, and the caregiver of the earth that they were destined to be.